All right, so objective 2. Now we're going to actually create our first sampling distribution. And again, we're going to use a small population just to kind of give you an idea of what we're doing. So a sampling distribution of a statistic is the distribution of values taken by the statistic in all possible samples of the same size from the same population. This is very important, okay? All possible samples of the same size from the same population. That's a sampling distribution. Now, notice here, even when we named it sampling distribution of a statistic, caution, be specific when you use the word distribution. Always use the distribution of and then whatever the statistic is. The sample mean, the sample proportion, the sample standard deviation, the sample median, the sample IQR, whatever you're measuring, the sample blank. Okay? Be aware of that. All right, so example 2, just how tall are their sons? John and Carol have 4 grown sons. Their heights in inches are 71, 75, 72, and 68. List all possible SRSs of size n equals 2. Calculate the mean height for each sample and display the sample distribution of the sample mean on a dot plot. Okay? So again, this is a very small population. We have a population size of 4, right? This is your population. The 4 grown sons are your population. POP. We're doing sample sizes of 2. So again, we can legit find uh, all possible combinations. Now I'm going to write these in order: 68, 71, 72, 75. Okay. So when you do these sample sizes of 2, okay, um, you can calculate how many possible samples there should be by doing 4 choose 2. 4 choose 2. So this is the total. Now I'm going to use a calculator on the side just so I don't have to get out of here. But when I do 4 choose 2, that's a total of 6 samples. 6 samples. So there should be 6 different arrangements of these groups. All right, so let's take a look. So I could do 68 and 71. Okay. So I'll use the word and. Okay. So 68 and 71. To find the mean, the sample mean X bar, we're going to add them and divide by 2. So 68 plus 71 divide by 2 is 69.5. And that'd be inches. Okay, then I'll do 68 and 72. So this sample mean is going to be 68 plus 72 divided by 2. That's 70. Maybe you could have known that that was going to be the middle number. Okay, and then I'll do 68 and 75. 68 plus 75 is 1 divided by 2 is 71.5. And again, the reason I'm calculating the sample mean is because that's what they told me to do. Find the sample mean. Okay? They could ask you to find the sample median. They could ask you to find the sample minimum. They could ask you to find the sample standard deviation. Whatever they want you to do, that's what you're calculating. Okay? They just told me to do mean in this problem. Not all problems are mean problems. All right, so that's the 68. 68 is done. Okay, now let's do 71 and 72. So that's going to be an X bar of, so 71 plus 72 divided by 2 is 71.5 inches. And again, maybe I should say over here, so to find these X bars, I'm just taking your height 1, adding it to your height 2, and dividing by 2, right? Okay. Then I'll do 71 and 75. So 71 plus 75 equals, divided by 2, 73 inches. And then that's done with the 71, and now we'll do 72 and 75. So X bar is 72 plus 75 divided by 2 is 73.5 inches. And now I'm going to display these 6 numbers on a dot plot. So let me take a picture and we'll go show you how we're going to do that. Okay, so I got my 6 values. This is the sampling distribution of the sample mean height in inches. So you want to make sure you label your picture. So we'll go to the one quantitative stats applet. That's where we get our dot plots. So statistical, one quantitative variable. The variable name is going to be the sample mean height in inches. And I like to put what the sample size is for n equals 2. And my data are 69.5, 70, 71.5, 71.5, 73, and 73.5. I'm going to begin analysis, and there's my dot plot. And that's what I would copy and paste into my Edge Elastic assignment, right? Copy, I'll paste it here. Okay, and that's what you're going to show me. And again, this is a sampling distribution of the sample mean height for these four suns in groups of two. Now, again, there are only 6 dots. We are looking for a ton more dots in our dot plots. So you will see that we typically do not run the simulations. We do not find all the samples. We, use some sort of a simulator to do that for us. And you're going to see eventually that the simulation is going to be able to be using a normal distribution to then use our probability stats applet to find probabilities for us. Okay, so again, that's getting way far ahead. Okay, so that's objective 2. Objective 3 is coming next.